I think it's inevitable, because what these techniques do is they mimic the way nature functions, despite the fact that we have major controversies around it. We have, at this moment, there's an experiment going on in the UK where scientists have identified that insects, when they are crushed, these aphids, when the aphids are crushed or attacked, they release a pheromone which only other aphids can identify, and they leave the area very quickly.
Yeah.
And so what the scientists have done is they have identified the gene that codes for the production of this pheromone, and they are now carrying out an experiment of what happens if we incorporate that gene in wheat, so that the wheat produces that pheromone, and the aphids, when they get close by, they walk away fairly quickly. This is mimicking the way nature actually works. And this is going to be the power of advances in genomics. It's basically emulating the way nature works, which means that we can reduce our ecological footprint, reduce the use of chemicals, and have a more sustainable agricultural system. So the sustainable systems of the future are going to be very much built on genomics.
And how do you view the balance of that type of public good that's being created versus the proprietary incentive to create it and to protect it and to patent it? And how are those reconciled when we're looking at development?
I think there is the myth and the reality. The myth, which is mostly driven by the origin of biotechnology, so in the US, which is driven very much by the private sector. The myth is that all biotechnology is driven by the private sector, which is not true. Okay. In fact, in most parts of the world, it's driven by the public sector. The example I just gave in the UK is a public-funded project in which the scientists are going to make the information publicly available.